Hi. How you guys doing? Guys, come on, it's still the middle of the week. We need more energy than this. Is everybody doing good? All right, for those of you who don't know, my name is Nomuzi and I'd like to welcome you all to Universal. This is the home of a lot of very, very big stars. You guys probably know all of the names, but tonight we are gathered to celebrate a property brought to you by one of the biggest names of them all. I am of course talking about Black Coffee, and he does of course bring us Music is King. So on behalf of Solistic Music Agency, on behalf of Gagasi FM 947, and there's one person I'm forgetting. 947, Gagasi FM, and Channel O. That's my family, I should remember that one. And on behalf of all of them, we'd like to thank you all so much for coming out here this evening. We promise not to keep you too long. We really want to get straight to the point. We want to let you know about this incredible event that's going to be happening over 2 days. Has anybody been to Music is King before? Did anybody go last year? By show of hands. Show of hands, show of hands, show of hands. All right, cool. So if you haven't been to Music is King, you are just like me, so you're super duper excited, and we've got a lot of information that we want to share with you tonight. I'm not going to be doing it on my own. I have got a few friends that are here with me. Everybody knows this guy, right? Come on, man. He's going to be joined by Moonchild, Sanelly, who I hear is in the building. If she can hear my voice, please make your way to the stage. AKA is also going to be on the stage. Tom Meach is going to be on the stage. Something Soweto, Destruction Boys. It's going to be a really incredible evening, but instead of, rather incredible 2 days, but instead of just going into it on my own, I'm going to welcome the man of the hour and one of the men that is helping him put together to come to the stage, and then I want to let you know who the lovely lady is. I want to save the best for last. You in that chair over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so while he takes his seat, I do need to remind you that this year we are doing it for 2 days. 14th of December, we are going to be at the Ticket Pro Dome, and then on the 15th of December, for the first time ever, we take the party all the way to Durban. And the script said, Durban is the home of Black Coffee and the home of house music. So they have a lot of stuff to look up to. It looks like it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to find out more information about it. But yeah, man, let me ask the people that would know more about it. Hello, guys. How are you? He has a very cool name that I don't want to say wrong. Please, do you have a mic in between you? Oh, can you write them down? Yes. He's got a, oh, there's another one. I think you should. He's got a very cool name. Please tell them what your name is.
My name is Theresho, Selesho.
Ooh.
Daddy was a rhyme.
That sounds like a delicious gelato. All right, cool. So he is the man behind everything. Everybody thinks that Black Coffee is like really doing this all on his own, but clearly there's a team, and he is part of the team. And then the lovely lady sitting next to him, she goes by the name of Lulu, and she's from 947, right?
947, that's right.
All right, cool. And then over here, obviously, I said we have Sjava and the man himself, Black Coffee. Let me start with you, because you are probably the reason why we are all here. You do a lot of things throughout the year, but it was important for you to do Music is King again this year and to do it twice. Why is that?
Sunborn, we did our first one last year at the Dome, and it was a big, we took a big chance, you know. It was a great success, and we felt, you know, it would be amazing to do another one. It would be also more amazing to take it to Durban, because we had an entity called Block Party that we used to do in Durban, and it has quite a big following, but it was mainly a Black Coffee show, and we wanted to do something bigger that involved other artists, which is Music is King. So this is our second year, and we're very excited, man. We're very excited with the lineup. We're very excited with what we're trying to do with the show itself as well.
There's obviously a very big emphasis on the fact that this is more than a Black Coffee show. You even just said that yourself. And it's very important for you and your team that you create the lineup personally. And I think for a lot of artists that are on the lineup, it kind of feels like that means you're on the playlist, it means you're on the radar. And that's something that's very important to a lot of other artists who look up to you in South Africa. So talk to me about this year's lineup and why you wanted to have them on your stage.
I mean, we went for the artists that are really serious about what they do. We went for the best people in the continent. I think that's what we want on every Music is King show. We don't want the flavor of the moment type of the festival. We're not trying to sell the tickets fast. We want a quality show. We want artists that are on the lineup to bring their best show. Even if they make a new show for Music is King, you know. So everyone who's on the lineup, we feel like represents us in their best way. Like any person could be in the room from any place in the world. We wouldn't be shy to say, man, watch out for the next artist that's coming. Yeah.
I really, really, really like that. And besides the lineup, there's obviously the fashion element, there's obviously the arts element, which is two other elements that are a very big part of Black Coffee and a lot of reasons why a lot of people are attracted to your brand all around the world. So what can we expect on that front? Like, what have you created in terms of those experiences? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who are interested in the art, but they're not necessarily interested in the kuf. So how is this going to be an experience for more than a person who's looking for a great turnout?
We work on that one for this year. I mean, last year we had an amazing show. We had Richie Mnisi dressing all the artists on stage. He created a dress for Tandiswa to perform with, and we had Nelson Makamo and Alec Monopoly painting the dress while she was performing. We had Alec Monopoly painting live on stage while the show was going on. We're trying to include all these elements, and honestly, for me, the bigger picture for Music is King is maybe it becomes a 2 or 3 day event where we can bring the world of fashion, the world of art, and the world of music here, and we can have like lectures, we can have a fashion show, we can have an art show before we can have the music. You know, that's the vision. And for now, we're starting with what we know, which is music.
That's awesome, man. That sounds like you've got a really, really incredible vision. And the man that is tasked to kind of bring this vision to life was a bit confused as to why he's sitting on this stage. But I feel like people need to see your face. So that if something happens, you know, no, not at all. I think just ultimately it's just about educating people, especially kids, that there's a lot more to the entertainment industry than just being a Black Coffee, that there are people like you who play a huge role in events like this. So tell me what it is that you bring to this table and how much you get paid.
How much? You are it. I'm always confused when I'm this side of the stage, usually. I'm usually plugging in lights, making sure that these lights are working. But it's usually a different game for us as well. I grew up a production guy since early stages. We actually met, I was on RAG, Tux RAG. We used to do parties at university, and that was our first encounter. I used to do those parties, and fast track, more than a decade later, we're sitting here moving on, because our market has matured, our industry has matured, artists are growing, creativity is growing. So it's a privilege that this has professionalized to this as well. We're sharing our story with the world now. So when a vision is shared, you have to meet that vision at that specific level as well. It was a ginormous, big vision, and we had to meet it at that correct level last year. So we told a beautiful story, and the vision was, let's tell a story. Let's tell a music story. Let's tell a cultural story, a South African story, at a global level to an audience that's ready to hear our story. And last year, it was amazing to see people groove, jive, and cry within a space of 6-7 hours. At a stage, people were just watching, that's when you know you hit it, and you got it right as well. You guys don't have to know much about the promotion and everything else that happens in order to make these events happen as well. But there's a team of amazing people, designers, graphic designers, VJs, there are people called VJs that design the graphics that tell these stories visually. There's amazing sound people behind the stage designers. That stage was custom built. We're building another custom design stage so there's not another groove as well. You can see most of the talent that we have on that stage anywhere else at any other production, but we literally setting up that platform in order for you to bring your best and tell a different story, and that's what it's about usually. So that's what we're just trying to do in a small way and just make a big dent in this culture.
For a person who doesn't do this often, you did very well. I didn't even need to ask you any questions, but you answered them all, eh? Amazing, amazing. All right, Lulu, let me come to you. It's that time of the year, there's so many events, and I guess it's obvious as to why you guys would want to jump on this one, but this is more than just an event. It kind of has a story and a purpose behind it. Why did 947 want to get involved?
Hello everybody, Sambonani. For us it was actually quite a natural fit. Remember that we actually did this event last year, we collaborated last year, and we sold out. Where music is king, for 947, music is literally the soundtrack of this amazing city called Johannesburg, which we love.
Right? You didn't perform last year, so this is your first time performing this year, and you guys have had a very, very monumental year. What is it going to mean for you to just close off the year, because obviously this event is in December, on this stage, 2 days, 2 different cities? I mean, how does it feel?
For me, into enkulu kakhulu, you know what I mean, because ngiyamuhlonipha kakhulu, and I believe that I'm not the only one omhloniphayo, you know, because of umsebenzi wakhe, because of njengoba besho ukuthi it kind of like shocked me makathi ukhetha abantu abayimisela ngalento abayenzayo, because he's one of the people that I really believe ukuthi lento ayenzayo uyayithanda and uyayimisela, you know. So mama ubona ubhutiko uhlala ubukela kuye ebona ukuthi uyimisela lento ayenzayo, yakhuthaza leyo nto kakhulu. So for me it's an honor to be part of this. I remember the first one, it was crazy, and there was Yolanda involved, Nyembezi, and I was like, oh my God, congratulations. So happy for her. And then this year, Putung Fagile. So to me, it really means a lot. It's an honor, and it's gonna motivate me so much. And this is and really take it serious. So it's an honor. Thank you so much for being part of it. It really means a lot. And yeah.
Awesome, man. Moon, you naughty girl. Moon.
Thank you so much for having me. Like, hi everyone. So it's such an honor, right? Because it's just like, I know my strategy as an independent is something I've based on when I found out about yours back in 2012 through Red Bull. So, I mean, it's such an honor because I look up to you. And this is South Africa. I mean, when we went to the night at dinner, I was on the table, right? And so I was like,
I was on the table, right?
No, so in the table, I'm sitting there, I'm like, is this the only section that's booked? Because I'm never on the first, I'm never in the main table in South Africa. So I was just like, it had to be black coffee for someone who recognizes outside of what people would like for you to sound like, which is, I generally say, fuck you, I do what I want and I work towards what I want, and you're just gonna have to watch me live my dream. So for the first time I was in the first table, the main table, thank you. And it's such an honor to be a part of a festival of someone you really look up to and who you base your entire strategy on.
Awesome, man. I think more than anything, one thing that I can hear from everybody is that this is one big collaboration amongst a lot of people. And I think that some of the greatest music that we have has come through us through collaboration. So I know that everybody that is on the stage and other people who are not on the stage are putting a lot of work in, but there is definitely a part on the consumer that they need to do. So I just want you to kutaza them just one last time, let them know what it is that they can get out of this experience, why you want them to come, and why it means so much for all of us sitting on the stage to be a part of it.
Basically, I think every artist that's coming, like I said before, they're coming, or they're invited to bring their best leg forward. You know, because of the standard of the first show that we did, like everyone was on that stage. I mean, we had an amazing, really, like, I was also like so shocked by the standard of the show that we had last year, and our biggest challenge was to make sure that it's not the same but better. You know, we had a lot of like back and forth with the team, trying to choose the artists, and we had a lot of arguments, you know, about who we wanted, and I was losing most of the time, but you know, I kind of like won. All for the music, you know. As you were saying, this is a platform for all of us to collaborate. One of the reasons we had that dinner you're talking about is because we never have such things, you know, as an industry where we don't meet it, like we don't meet backstage, you know. We're creating a platform where we can have a casual conversation, we can exchange numbers, we can collaborate, and this is what I've loved to see out of Music is King, within the artists, within the fashion people that are coming. The only way we can win is by collaborating, basically.
Awesome, man. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Music is King is happening December 14th and December 15th. We are taking it to Johannesburg and, of course, to Durban. It's going to be an epic 2-day experience that you do not want to miss. Brought to you by Solistic Music Agency, 947, Kakasi FM, and Channel all over the world. But I know you do a lot of shows there, you get a lot of love there. So what can they expect from this performance that you think they haven't seen before?
Ngithanda ngaso sonke isikhathi ukuthi ngingathanda ukukhuluma ukuthi ngizobulala lapho, gonna bring the light. Yeah, you understand, but what I do is always yonke indawo engiyakuyo, no matter how big or small the crowd is, bayazi abaningi ngihlale ngixoshwa ngisho stage because angiphumi, because I really love like performing, you understand? So
Guys, you heard that too.
So Durban is crazy, you understand, because we're Bigville and Durban is like the capital city, like I said at that, you understand? So playing Durban, it's crazy, and you can't cheat them. But yeah, back these even no, for me, there's always guys, I'm telling you, there's guys who just stand there and look at you the whole performance. But at the stage, they call you to the side. Especially if you're miming and doing all of those things. So they really, really, really respect music, you know, and we are born an artista Puma corner, you understand, in the past, I don't know, 100 years, you know, they really know what they're doing. So Uguya corner, Yakutaza cool, and I'm really looking forward to it, and the love, obviously, you understand, I'm from KZN at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. So it's always crazy playing Durban, and already besebengithethisa vele ukuthi ya uzanini la eThekwini ulethe ishow yakho busy lapha buye ekhaya ngeke ibe nebuziso lento yakho hamba uyenza le bebele uqala ekhaya. So even this sizobajabulisa kakhulu ukuthi ubhuti ungilethile, you understand, because they're really hungry for the music and they support music. Abantu baseThekwini kakhulu, they really support music, so I am really looking forward to it. And engakusho ukuthi ngeke ngithembise into eziningi, kodwa ngizozama ukwenza okusemandleni nami, ngizama ukuthi ngihloniphe wonke umuntu ozile, ngimnikeze lokhu engikholwa ukuthi nginawo. Makunganeleke angisazi, but I'll try and just give it my best, give it my all. Yeah.
And just tell me what, my brother. Like, see, tell me
yeah, ngizophatha nobaba badala.
You need the whole design. All right, so we have got one more question on this side, and then we are going to close it off. You have to wrap your question.
What up, Coffee? What's good, everybody? Having a party. Anyway, I got a question for somebody. My name is Caesar. I'm an aspiring artist. I just want to know, how much is a black coffee feature? I'm kidding. I just wanted to know, I consider you to be a lot of people who created like some sort of like a blueprint for, you know, the bridge that we have between us and the rest of the world. And I know maybe it's a bit too ambitious, but since Tom Mish is coming out here, do you ever have aspirations of having a Music is King where Sjava goes that side and Moonchild goes that side, and we actually go and conquer the globe, and we actually have like a great exchange?
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I think maybe even not on that level, but I think this is what we're trying to do. We're not doing one of those shows where when Tom Mish is going to go on stage, everyone must clear the floor and the backstage, and we're trying to.
The mics come on suddenly because we're working
the
for the whole
music is
show.
so amazing now. All of a sudden, we're trying to create a platform for us to really be a family. I thought you were going to say you want to feature on the song. I can speak to you. That's what I would like to see. I mean, even if he's watching Sjava perform and he's like, who's that? I would like to do. That's what I would like to see in the end. Like our industry is one of the loneliest industries, and before I got to be where I am today, I saw it differently, and I thought it's so united, and there's so much love. I mean, being a young guy watching big artists perform and the hugs on stage and backstage, I thought, wow, I want to be part of that family. And when I crossed the line, I realized it's so empty. We don't have a support system at all. Usually it's from the fans, who are also, fake is a terrible word, but today they love you and tomorrow they love someone else, and it's allowed, so my dream is to kind of like create a family out of this where we can call each other, man, we can, for collaborations like we've been doing, creating that dinner we did. That's one of the reasons. I would like for us to become like, imagine Oskido being my uncle, like he is, because he's one of the realest people. And like when I have like real problems, I call him. Like I have a meeting with him now from here. But I would like to see that where we don't really know each other, but you are able to say, yo, man, because you can't call your fans. So I'd like for us to be a family at the end of the day, as we build this thing. Everyone who performs on this show, when we're done, we exchange numbers, and no small talk, no no manga, If we want to do something, we do it, and on next year we do another lineup, and slowly we become a family, and we can look after each other. Their music, and the name of the show is Music is King. So the show is not about genre, it's not about who sells the most, who's cooler, the show is about music. And what we try to do every year, we try to create a melting pot of different types of music, whether the artist is big or small, as long as we feel they belong on the lineup and they're going to bring something different. And AKA is one of the most amazing live artists on this continent. So why not?